Mary, if you would come forward, please.
I hope that you will be able to hear me in the back because it's truly an honor to me to be able to present this award to the representatives of the Colville Tribes. The Sierra Club Watershed Heroes Awards go to individuals who share certain important characteristics. First, watershed heroes are people who act out of love and respect for nature. Watershed heroes have the courage of their convictions. They're tenacious. Watershed heroes also are effective. And these characteristics certainly describe the recipients of this year's Watershed Heroes Award, the Colville Confederated Tribes, for their work to protect the upper Columbia River and to ensure that a company that was dumping millions of tons of toxic slag in the river was confronted and effectively thwarted in their ongoing contamination. A few facts will help illuminate the enormity of what the tribes have done. Between 1930 and 1995, a smelter located in Trail, British Columbia, about 10 miles north of the U.S.-Canadian border, dumped into the Columbia River 400 tons a day, at least 10 million tons total, of waste products derived from the smelting process. This discharge into the Columbia River included 250,000 tons of zinc and lead. In addition, the smelter, which is now known as Tech Metals Incorporated, one of those corporate persons, Rusty, dumped 132,000 tons of hazardous substances, including over 2,000 tons of mercury, cadmium, and arsenic. It comes as no surprise that after being dumped into the Columbia River in BC, all of this toxic material flows downstream. Well, the company tried to deny that. Some of the most ridiculous arguments that one has ever heard from a corporate entity have been raised by Techmico, now known as Tech Metals. The Colville Tribes weren't having it. The bulk of the pollutants remain in the river today, in the sediments, washed up on the black beaches, and they cause tremendous damage to human health, to the health of all of the creatures who live in the water, who breathe the air. They will remain in the sediments until finally cleaned up. Well, the reason we know the details about this pollution have to do with the efforts of those who represented the Colville Tribes and said, enough is enough. They decided to do something about it. And in the 1990s, they had Canada tell Tech to stop discharging pollution into the river. And Canada completely was unsuccessful. Tech didn't take them seriously at all. Throughout the 1990s, the United States became aware of the contamination and also made an attempt to message to the company that they should stop doing that. In 2003, the United States Environmental Protection Agency identified Lake Roosevelt, because of this contamination, as a Superfund site. And they entered into an agreement with Tech Metals to study the problem. EPA made it clear, however, that they would not hold Techmico responsible for cleaning up the problem, merely to study it. That was not acceptable. And in 2004, the tribes decided they could not wait any longer, and they filed suit. Ultimately, the state of Washington did join the tribes in the case, eventually. Well, to say that the case of Pecudus versus Tecumseh is a landmark case certainly would be an understatement. What a complex case it was. To get to the merits of the case, which are about cleaning up the river, has required navigating some incredible intricacies of the law, not even counting the science and the politics. Along the way, the Colville Tribes have made legal history. Important rulings have included a company located in another country cannot deliberately send its pollution into waters of the United States and still be out of reach of U.S. pollution laws. Ultimately, the question is not where the polluter is located, but where the pollution is located. Makes absolute sense, but the Colvilles have had to fight for that outcome, have had to make that point and win that legal argument. Last April, the court ruled that Tech could not escape liability by pointing a finger and blaming others for where their pollution came to reside. They blamed the river, basically. Last September, the case took a giant step forward when Tech admitted that it had knowingly and deliberately discharged 10 million tons of slag and toxic pollution into the Confederated. Then, just 2 months ago, federal judge Lonnie Succo ruled that Tech Metals qualifies as a polluter under the Superfund law. Wow. Heroes are tenacious, and it's a good thing that all the tribes are persistent because Tech has appealed the ruling. It's not over. But it is a fitting moment to stop and celebrate what has been accomplished. Tech is trying to take this to the United States Supreme Court. They have lost, but they are still pushing the arguments. The Colville Tribes have worked very hard to achieve justice, environmental justice, human justice, corporate justice, common sense justice. Not only for the Columbia River, but for the citizens of the Colville Reservation, for the citizens of all of the interior Northwest, for all citizens, human and otherwise, along the entire Columbia River Basin. For all of us citizens who benefit from all of your hard work, we're very grateful for all of the sacrifices that you have made. Sacrifices of your time, your families, your health, your sanity, I'm sure, at times. But before we give our award and the floor to Chairman Sruas, Sierra Club has asked that I acknowledge a few Colville tribal staff persons and members of the tribe who have been particularly instrumental in seeking justice in this case. There are many, too many really, to be able to be here and pack this room tonight. But among those we'd like to recognize are Joe Curtis, D.R. Michelle, Don Hurst, Gary Passmore, and especially Patty Bailey.